Get out of there, Buggy.
Welcome to the Unorthodox Podcast, hosting people doing cool shit. Today we have our first producer on the show. He's produced songs with over 15 million plays on YouTube. Today we have the one, the only, BuggyBeats. What's up? How you doing?
It was good. How y'all doing, man?
Appreciate you coming out.
So,
Yeah, let's give the people a little bit of background, where you from and what you doing.
yeah, man, I'm BuggyBeats, as he introduced me, man. I'm from Cartersville, Georgia. That's where I pretty much grew up at. But yeah, I've been making beats for about 5 years now, so, and it's crazy because if y'all watched his interview with Sauce Boy Cam, that's like my brother. Like, he the first person to ever rap on one of my beats, like one of the first people. So, and he's also behind my tag. Shout out BuggyBeats, if y'all know. So, I just been working on a lot of music with him and just networking, trying to expand my catalog and just go up as a producer. So,
Back, shout out Cam.
shout out Cam.
Shout out Cam. How old are you then?
23. I just turned 23, January 18th.
Shit, happy birthday. Late birthday.
Appreciate it.
So, how'd you get into making beats?
Man, I went into school first. Like, what's crazy is I grew up playing basketball my whole life. So, that's what I was focused on the first 18 years of my life until I got to school and then realized it wasn't going to work. So I had to find something else to do. But I always been good at music. I played the drums in church my whole life. So I still do to this day. So it's like I just went back to what I knew I was good at. So that's how I really started in college.
Right.
I knew I had to do something else. So I was like, man, I gotta find something I like.
You weren't about the college life?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I hated college, bro. Like, it's cool, but just what I wanted to do. Like I said, I went to play basketball, so that was taken away. But like, I don't want to be here no more. So I had to find something else, to keep me occupied. And once I found out making beats, like, I literally skipped all parties. I started doing a lot of stuff, just focus on that. And it's been working pretty well so far. I'm trying to keep leveling up with it.
Right, for sure. It's crazy. Once you, some people just aren't wired for, going to school, working a real job and shit. And then once you find your thing, it's just like, that's all you want to do. Which is crazy. You found your place. So how'd you actually get into beat making? Like, what made you pick up beat making? Like, who did someone introduce you to it, or you just
what's
like
crazy is,
you just like
high
music
school,
or what?
Yeah, like in high school, I had a couple friends. Shout out my boy Connor and Jalen Kent.
We can drop in here.
Like, they was recording in high school. Like, they was making music, and I would go and sit with them at these guys. His name Lil B. Shout out Lil B. It's another artist I work with in Cartersville. He had a studio at his house, and I would go sit over there and watch them record. But I knew I didn't want to be a rapper, though. I was like, I don't want to rap. Like, I don't want to rap. So I was like, I gotta do something with this. So I was like, maybe I thought about, like, what if I made y'all beats? And then, I was just playing around with it on the iPad and stuff. So I had made a couple beats on the iPad. It was trash, but it was fun though. I enjoyed doing it. So I was like, maybe this might be something I like to do. But then, like I said, that was right before we graduated high school. So I was still trying to play basketball. So I really wasn't all the way in with it. I was just doing it for the moment. And then went to school. Everything happened like that. And then I started making beats because I remember, shout out my boy Mark Conda. That was my roommate. He the first person to see me make my first 600. He was one of the people that did the beats with me, because I remember we were sitting in the dorm one day and we was listening to Famous Dex. This was 2016. We was listening to Famous Dex, and I was just like, bro, I can make these beats, bro. Like, this ain't really all that. So I opened up the FL Studio. Cause I already had it. I had the demo version at the time, but I just didn't really, get into it. I was supposed to play basketball. So I opened it up, and the rest is history. Literally, like, I just dedicated to it. I watched a couple of YouTube videos. Just, cause like I said, I got a music background. my whole family's in music, so it really wasn't that hard to get into. It just, I had to find motivation, and as I started watching, I had heard of the bigger guys like Metro. You're up next, mate. Get ready. So it's like I already knew and was familiar with them. But once I started really researching, these guys making money off of this, like real money. I'm like, okay, maybe this might be something I want to do. And I just stayed focused with it. We got better every day.
You're up, soldier. Now go sort this fucker out.
I'm trying to win this fucking gulag, yeah. So you never tried rapping or anything on any of your beats?
I do. I know, like, I can. You guys can. I got good music. It just, I don't, everybody raps for everybody, So I don't want to be that guy. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm just going to stick with what I know the demand is. Like, everybody beat, but everybody don't want to hear new artists. So it's like, if the time come for it and they like it, then I'll do it. So it's like, I'm not focused on it.
Yeah, for sure.
I just rather, I'm like much better than so I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, no, facts. I was just curious because sometimes people start making music, they can't, or start rapping or singing or whatever, and they're just not as good at it, so then they kind of move on to beats. I know, like, that's kind of how I dabbled around in a little bit of making beats too, just because, like, I wanted to do something with music because I love music, but I could never, like, I can't rap or sing, right? So I was like, fuck it, I'll make some beats and screw around and stuff. And that's
definitely, that's
make my mark.
It's fun, like I say, it's fun. It really, honestly, is crazy once you learn the basics. Like, even with being an artist, once you learn how to control your voice, like, auto-tune is a lifesaver. Like, I also audio, I record all cameras, like, I mix and master everything we do. So it's like, that's the main reason I started. Like, because I was messing around with his voice. I was like, man, somebody got to rap. Dude, like, let me try it. And he really wasn't even that good at when he started. Like, he was really making trash. But then it's like, it was just the fun of it. And I just kept learning how to, navigate through the system and everything, Pro Tools and all that. And then, I started playing around with my own voice, trying to do it, just to learn how to use the program.
Yeah, facts.
Like I said, my song is not terrible. I didn't say it's terrible. I got some good stuff. But it's like, I'm not focused on it. I don't want to be the one for my, like I said, everybody know me on BuggyBeats. I don't want to mess up that brand.
Right. Weird. Yeah, no, that's cool. It sounds like you got your path kind of figured out where you want to take it.
Yep. So.
And like you said, yeah, everyone's got to start somewhere. Like you gotta figure out those. You gotta make the trash before you can make anything decent. It's just how it goes.
Exactly.
And then you just gotta stick with it. So how are you making any placements, or what's rocking with that? How are you hitting people up on Instagram to try and get placements? You just networking with people?
Yeah, so that's my next step. Like, I've been doing a lot of networking, a lot. 2019 was probably my best networking year. I had met a lot of good people. Met a lot of good contacts. I worked with a lot of good people as well. But I still haven't had that, one standout placement yet. Like, I did get the overseas thing. I know you was talking about with there was 15 million views, but that was so random. Like, that was a random story.
That's cool.
It really happened overnight type thing. It was like, I just woke up one day and somebody was like, yo, you got a song that's blowing up overseas. And I'm like, for real? And I didn't even know. I just popped up. So, that's probably the biggest song that I have. But, it's overseas. So, like, over here in America, don't nobody really know about it like that. Because that artist is popping over there. So, as far as placements over here, I haven't really got any major placements yet here, and that's what I'm working on now. Like, really my main focus is building Cam, because Cam really the wave. Like, we got what we making right now.
Yeah, for sure.
What we making right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, we record a lot. We got like 100 songs unreleased. So, and what people don't know is, like, we've been doing this for 5 years. So it's like, we've gotten way better. It's like, I appreciate what we got more than even trying to work with, like, Lil Uzi or somebody. Like, I would love to work with them, but it's like, I understand that they already been in the game for years. They got their producer. They already millionaires. So it's like, really, for them to work with me, like, I have to really, really the best way to do it is me and Cam come in together. Or like me and other artists. I got other artists to work with too, but Cam is like the main one. So it's like I really focus on just trying to make sure his music sounds as good as possible because he could blow at any given moment now.
Yeah, facts. It's actually crazy. It happens more than you think. Where more than not, I would say, like a producer and artist will link together, and like you said, they'll just grind it out a couple years, and then they'll blow up together, and then they're both mainstream artists or mainstream producers. Like
yeah, exactly.
I think it was Pierre. Was it Pierre Bourne?
Yeah, Pierre. That's what. Yeah, I admire his story. His story is crazy.
And what, he blew up with Trippy or something?
I remember it was with Young Nudie, and then I know
yeah.
he had one big one with Trippy and 6ix9ine, and then Cardi and Uzi. He really turned up with Cardi though. That's what really got him out of here.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's really the. It's cliche because like I said, I watch a lot of interviews and I study a lot about the music, and that's what they always say is like you got to come in with an artist, and a lot of people take that for granted, but it's like, it really is the way to do it.
Yeah,
it takes
for sure.
longer, but it's once it happens, it's more valuable than any other way. Like I said, I could easily get a beat on Drake's album, but that could be a one-time thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it might not be it might bring a lot of, attention to me, but it's like, if I don't have the connection with Drake, like I got with Cam, then it ain't gonna really mean that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's Drake, and it's gonna be life-changing, but it's like I said, me coming in with Cam is gonna feel a lot better because I know we built this from scratch.
Facts, yeah, that's true. You don't think getting a cosign like that, though, would help you and Cam?
Oh yeah, definitely not. That's what I'm saying. Like I know it'll help. Like it'll definitely, boost me. And of course I want to get. Of course, Drake,
yeah.
Drake, that's gonna definitely be out of here. But like I said, it's like at the end of the day,
Nah, you're trying to be more authentic.
He's already up. He's already up. So it's like me trying to chase after that is like hitting the lottery. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, facts.
The fact that he already has Grammys and like he's been doing it. Like I was listening to Drake before I was even making music, so it's like not saying it's impossible to do. Obviously I can do it. I know I can. I probably will end up doing it. It's like
right. So you're not closed out to the idea of doing it. You're focused on what you got right now.
I understand the likelihood of it happening is not as high. So that's why, like I said, it's like for example, take Heath and Block Boy. They wasn't chasing after Drake. Drake came to them.
Facts.
Because they got hot. They built a sound together, and Drake came to them. And now it's like, okay, now they both work with him. So it's like it's the same thing with me and Cam and me and the other artists I'm working with. It's like, let's just go ahead and, make some noise on our own, make these artists come to us instead of chasing after them.
Yeah, for sure. Just to go back to working with White 2115 there.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was cool and all, but it wasn't, it's overseas and you didn't have stuff popping in the US.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like I said, that's the biggest song that I've produced, like, so far. That's the only song I got single-handedly with even 1 million views. But it's crazy, it got 15. It's really like 30 across all platforms.
Yeah, like, once you count up the numbers, for sure.
It's crazy how it is, but it's like the way that it happened was so random, and like, cause I be putting beats on YouTube, so it's like that's what happened. They got it off YouTube. I remember we did business and everything, but then randomly, I'd never heard the guy. I didn't even know he was dropping music. I didn't even know that was even gonna happen. It just happened. But it's like now that I go back and look at it, it's like I had a big learning curve from 2019 to now. Like I was dealing with some management issues, and like I didn't have my business in order as far as having songs registered the right way, having my paperwork done the right way. So it's like I missed out a lot of opportunities, like financial opportunities, due to that. Also, I found out, like I said, overseas, the way that they work over there, like they're big over there, but over here they're not big at all. Like we're big to them, but over here, those numbers don't really matter in America.
Yeah.
Because the way that their stream works, and the way that the currency and everything, it's just really, it don't really mean nothing. It's like that was one of the hardest things I had to accept. It's like I've been thinking about this. Like the song went platinum over here. Like I'm a platinum producer in Poland. It's crazy to say that, but it's like over here you tell people that in America, they're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it don't really matter over here that much.
I got you.
So it's like I had to switch my focus. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about that so much, and then it came, you know, as I started networking and meeting bigger people that's been helping me out with business wise. They started telling me, like helping me understand, like that placement over there with them is cool, was good for the resume, but you know, at the end of the day, you got to remember that's overseas, and that, you know, the effect that it has over there is not the same it has over here. You know, because they over there, they probably lit right now. They lit, but over here, they brought that over here. It ain't going to mean nothing. We going to look at them like, bro, what is that? So,
right.
That part, you know, I had to start understanding, like, dang, like, I got 15 million views under my belt, 30 million. But it's like, they telling me it don't mean nothing. It's like, wow. You know, it just made me remember to just keep working.
Yeah, facts. And that's kind of what I was getting at, like, or going for it. You can't take it as nothing, because that probably boosted your confidence crazy.
Bro, I'm telling you,
you're probably on top of the world.
Like, almost a year and a half, I was just lit. Like, I'm like, dang. Especially from my city, from where I'm from right now, I'm the only, besides, shout out my boy K Major, he's the only one that's really got numbers like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm the youngest and the only one to put up numbers like that. And then the fact I did it in another country make it even crazier. So it's like, that's what I'm thinking, like, that boosted my confidence, because like, okay, if I can do that in Poland, ain't no telling what I'm gonna do here.
Facts. And that's
when it's really my time to shine here, it's over with.
And
like,
that's what I'm getting at, yeah. Like,
exactly. If I can make them move over there, like I had seen a video clip of them performing, and the whole crowd singing it word for word. I'm like, okay, if I can have that type of effect over here from Cartersville, Georgia, it's only a matter of time what I'm gonna do here. It's gonna be even crazier over here.
Yeah, that's facts.
So
but
that's what made me boost a little bit too. Like, okay, if I can do it there, I can do it here too.
Yeah, music is so universal too. Like, if you think about it, like, yeah, it's a placement over there, and it's not gonna help you with U.S. placements, but everybody is looking for like a good sound, right? Doesn't matter what language you speak or whatever. So just if you can get someone out there that thinks your beats are good and it sounds good to someone out there, there's no saying that it's not going to happen here. It's just like you said, your time hasn't come, and you just got to keep working, and eventually it'll happen, right?
Exactly.
You know you've kind of found your sound, and you're working, you got something going. You just gotta keep executing until it happens.
Facts, yeah, that's all it is at this point. Patience, man. That's one of the biggest things I've been learning about, you know, about everything, just in life in general, but specifically in the music industry. Like, you got to be patient with it, like, you know, because I have unreleased songs with major artists and stuff, and you know, I got placements with. Well, I wouldn't call it placements, because I don't call it placement unless it released. So, I mean, I got unreleased songs, and I've done sessions with, you know, some pretty, not big artists. The biggest ones I've done was, I did a session with this R&B legendary group called Jagged Edge. I just did a session with them a week or two ago. They like legendary artists, so I did a session with them. That's probably the biggest session I ever had in my life. Like that was a legend, and I still don't even realize how big it was. Yeah, other than that though, like, I really haven't had any major placements. So it's like, you know, I'm just trying to be patient with it, because I understand, like, all it takes is one song to catch people's attention, and it's over.
Yeah, for sure. How did your link with Jagged Edge come about?
Just networking, you know, working like with some close people that I know, you know, just been looking out for me. So just, you know, trying to really just staying prepared and just make myself available for opportunities, you know. That's really how it came about. Just I'll always be working. Everybody know I'm always working. That's what I do all day, every day. Like, if I'm not making them, I'm recording with Cam. If I'm not recording with Cam, I'm talking about it with Cam. If I'm talking about it, you know, I'm doing something. I'm always doing something music related. So I'm always trying to prepare myself for when that call comes.
Yeah,
when that opportunity strikes, like, I'll be ready for it and I don't miss it.
That's a good way to look at it, for sure. What's your work ethic like then? Like how you pumping out a couple beats every day, every week? Like you make trying to do something every day?
I have a whiteboard over here, and it says to make 5 to 10 a day. But sometimes you go from, it just depends on the mood. Like some days, like I won't make a beat for like a day or two to give myself a break, but I still be listening to them, uploading them on YouTube, sending them out for placements, recording with Cam. But when it comes to creating beats, like when I lock in, it's over. Like I'll lock in a whole day and not talk to nobody, and sit there and make beats. Like the most I made in a day was probably like 23 beats in a day. I don't take pride in that. That's not a good thing to do. I don't think I'll ever do that again, because that takes a lot of creativity.
Survive and you can redeploy.
I sat there all day. That was when I was in college. I remember I was in the dorm and I was like, man, I'm making beats. I ain't going to class. So I sat there and made 23 beats.
You're up, soldier.
And I felt like
go sort this fucker out.
I feel like terrible after that, bro. I felt garbage, bro.
Sometimes though, in the moment though, like your creative juices, they're just like you're just in the zone, you're just flowing. So like sometimes you don't realize till after what you're putting yourself through. But also I know that feeling too, where you just like it kind of goes back to patience and being a little bit too anxious, and you just like you just want to always be doing something, trying to get yourself ahead, but you just need to pump the brakes a little and just chill out for a second and craft something, work on one thing at a time. But sometimes you get that anxious feeling that you need to just always be doing something to like to get ahead and make your mark. But sometimes you just gotta chill out for a second and take a step back, and like because sometimes that be fucking up your mental too. Like you're just working too hard.
That's exactly where I'm at right now with my up and coming career right now. It's like I've put my head down and worked so long. Like I have like in my catalog, I probably have like 3,000 beats. Like I made 1,800 beats in 2020.
Crazy.
1,800, and in 2019 I made about the same amount. So it's like I make on the average I probably make 150 beats a month at the least.
Right.
So it's like that's a lot of beats. And
yeah,
it's like,
for sure.
I'd be thinking that too. I'd be like, bro, like I'm really kind of. I ain't gonna say I'm working too hard. 'Cause I don't believe it's no. Well, I guess you could say, what I've been trying to do now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is work smarter and not harder.
Facts. You gotta have a balance.
I put the hard work in. Like I said, I put the 10,000 hours part. Like I said, since 18 years old, I've been making beats every single day. So it's like that's not the problem anymore. Making beats is not even the issue. Now it's like getting it to the right people, networking, getting in the right. So it's like I've been trying to know. Like you said, like I be feeling anxious all the time. Like even right now, I'll be like, as we talking, I'm like, bro, I gotta figure out how to get these. I need to be working on something, but then I have to remember, like, I have to give it time to, to blossom, like, cause like I'm putting the work in, but what people gotta understand, what I had to understand, like, you could plant a seed 2 years ago and it might not, blossom until 3 years later. It just sometimes that's how it is. So it's like, but as long as focused on what you're doing, it's straight. But like you said, mental health is definitely like a number one key that you gotta remain.
Bro, mindset is like so big for like any type of creative person. Like if your mind's not right, like you're not gonna put in the work, you're not gonna like take care of yourself, you're gonna overwork yourself, you're gonna like it's just gotta be so perfect to like it's gotta be the perfect situation. And like not a lot of people understand that unless you're in that situation. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like,
it's like I said, that's what I'm like. This year, like this whole so far this year, that's what I've been on now. Like I still make beats a lot, but also I take time to like just remember that I'm not human. Like I'm not just a producer. Like I gotta remember to live life too. Like
yeah, for sure.
To remember it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to not sit in front of the computer all day. Like, I don't have to do that.
All right, that's enough fucking about.
Yeah,
but
for
like
sure.
I said, the way that I came into the game was like work. So it's like me to do that is hard for me because like for me to sit here and not do anything music related and just chill, I feel like I'm not doing something. So I always know somebody else is working. It's
Right.
like I'll scroll on Instagram and my favorite producer in the studio and I'm over here chilling. I'm like, why am I chilling? Like, but then I have to remember to not compare myself. Don't do none of that. Like everybody's
Battle
path
Royale.
is different.
Gas
So
is
like I have to
closing on your
like
position.
remember
Suggest
that
you get
all the time. Tell myself like it's okay. Like you don't have to sit there all day and be working.
Facts. And if you're looking at other people too much too, it gets discouraging. And then like again, it gets back to that mental game of if you're in your head and like, well, this person's doing this and I'm not. So you just gotta you gotta keep your mind straight and stay in your own lane, do your thing, and wait till your time comes. Keep putting in the work. Obviously, that's the big thing. Like people always say manifest, which I believe in to a point to get your mindset straight. But if you're still not putting in the work,
Exactly. That's the main part of
you gotta have a balance for sure.
Facts. Definitely gotta have a balance. That's one of the biggest things. Like once you master that, that's what I'm trying to master. The balance part. Like I got the work in. The work ethic is there. Like it'll always be there. But I'm trying to make sure I balance. You know, I make sure I try to meditate as much as possible. You know, I stay prayed up and you know, keep healthy conversation. Like last night, me and Cam was on the game last night. Talking about like our music, is playing it back, and you know, just doing stuff like little things like that, like helps keep the motivation alive. You know, and feel like you can really accomplish. Like I said, we put the work in. That ain't a problem. All the music is there. The music is there. The talent is there. The work ethic is there. But you know, the patience part is the part that I'm trying to do. Because I don't want to rush my process and miss an opportunity or mess up an opportunity that I wasn't ready for.
Yeah, for sure. So when you're making, let's get into like you actually making beats and stuff. Are you going in there like Cam's telling you I want something that sounds like this, or you just when you make beats, you just whatever comes out, or are you trying to?
I make beats the way I want to make beats. Like if I make it off the feeling. Like sometimes when it comes to Cam, that's what I love about Cam so much is like we gel together so easily because like I watched him when he started his brand and like he just did what he wanted and he watched me when I started doing what I'm doing. He allowed me to be me. And it's like we allow each other to be ourselves, so that's why the music sounds like it does. So I'm not forcing him to get on no beats. Like I have certain beats that I go, oh Cam, I think you should get on that. But if he don't feel it, I'm not gonna force him to get on it. I ain't gonna make him sign it. Like I let him do what he wants. But you know, as far as making beats wise, I make what I like. I make all different type of vibes. So it's like when he comes to the studio, he has a wide variety of things to choose from. So it's not like, oh, I want this today, or he'll hear something and just be like, oh, let me get that. And then that's how we make a song. Like I don't ever make beats in front of him. Like I think I made one beat ever in front of him, but most of the time I'm just I like to do it myself in my own space because I hate when people tell me what to do. It's like that ain't creativity to me.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
And then sometimes you be getting in your head too when people are around you, getting in your head. You're like, oh shit, are they not gonna like it? Whatever.
Exactly. And it's like I don't mind collaborating. This music is a collaborative effort. Like that's one thing. But sometimes it's like some rappers, some artists just don't know what they're talking about. They just rap. They don't understand the elements of the beat. They don't understand like this. They think they know, but they really don't. It's like you can't tell me. I'm a pro at what I do. Like I make beats for real. Like you can't sit here and try to tell me. Like I'll listen to some of the suggestions you got, but you can't sit here and tell me how to make beats. And I'm the one who do it. Like I do this for real. Like, and I can't tell you how to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause that's you.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just a boundary, brother. As far like I said, as far as Cam, like, everything is just authentic with me and him. Like we don't force nothing.
That's probably the nice thing about like knowing Cam and working close with Cam is like you can collaborate a little bit more and not step on any toes per se.
Exactly.
Telling like you say telling someone what to do, but
we're in the safe zone.
You kind of got the same. Oh shit! There's guys right here. I'm sure you guys got similar work ethics and like ideas and goals and shit, and that's why some of this stuff works out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we like I said, we talk about it more than we do in the video. Like, so when we get in the studio, we know exactly what we're coming to do. Like, we don't really take time. When we get there, like we'll make the song, go listen to it in the car, talk about, and then we'll go and talk about like, okay, I like this, I don't like this, I want to fix this. It ain't never, like I said, we don't butt heads ever. Like, we never butt heads. Like, it just, like I said, everything just feels so authentic because, like
Enemy
I said,
UAV overhead.
we grew up knowing each other for a long time. So it's bigger than music with us. Like, it's not just music.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
just, it's a brotherhood. So that's what makes it more special, like I said. And that's how I want it to be with all the artists I work with. Like, I want to be able to connect on a personal level. I feel like that's going to make the beats and the music sound better. When it's not forced. Like, allow me to do what I do and bring you a project. Bring your ideas and let's get them together.
Yeah, facts. Bro, having a good support group around you like that is like, bro, that's just like game changing.
Got to. It's like, it's cliche, people say it all the time, like, if you can hang around, the circle definitely matters. If you don't got a circle of motivated people that's doing something, like I said, everybody doesn't have to, what you don't understand, your circle don't always have to be the same people that do what you do. Like, it's good to have people that do what you do, but it's also good to have people who do other areas as well.
Yeah,
facts.
facts.
That can help with networking.
Networking,
Like all my friends, my closest people, only a couple of us make music. The rest of everybody is other stuff. So it's like, I can teach them things, they can teach me things.
Facts, they can teach you things in other areas too, but like even just having someone that like believes in you and like, won't feed you fake bullshit and stuff, like you gotta have good people around you too that'll be like, I don't know, that beat was like, you're still my homie, but that beat was, like, your other one was better, was whatever. You need that constructive criticism too, right? Like, you can't have yes men around you, but you can't have people that are hating on you all the time too, right?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, that's definitely a game changer. Like you said, that circle definitely matters. So that's big.
Facts. And like, I got no problem supporting people too. Like, if they want to support me, I will support you till the end of time, no matter how close I am with you, right? Like, people don't be on that mindset either, and it's so annoying. It's like they selfish. Like, we're all out here, we all trying to grow. Like, there's a lot of room for people out here, and like everyone, you'll grow so much faster if you just work with each other. People don't realize that. They want it for themselves, or I don't know.
That's facts, bro. That's big facts. That's the kind of conversations me and Cam be having too, and then a lot of other people I have convos with. Like, I be trying to work with people, and I've tried to work with people, and it's like, it just sometimes I understand. Sometimes we all got our own lives and stuff going on. Sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's like we all do have to work together. It's okay, and it's like people gotta understand it's okay when somebody else loves to support you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a problem. Like, you shouldn't look down on your homie if he blow up before you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Brian, Cam, all the, like, I watched them blow up literally in my face. Like, I was watching them dance in high school. I was laughing at them. Now they work with, all the biggest people. Brian got his song going crazy. Cam is recording all they, like, I literally watched it happen. It's like, I watch people hate. I watch people congratulate. It's like, why hate though? It's like, we can do the same thing. Like, everybody has their moment. Everybody has their time to shine. I always talk about that. It's like, everybody has their moment where they're going to be the biggest at one time, and then it's going to fall, and somebody else comes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their time to shine, like, the highest at one point. Everybody's going to have that. I'm going to have, it's going to be at one point where I'm going to be the biggest producer for a minute, and then it's like, somebody else got to come.
Yeah, bro, it's the
always
life cycle.
Somebody else. It's a cycle, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. You can't stay on top forever. You just can't do it.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, you got a good head on your shoulders, so you got... It's great. A lot of people don't, like, what you're talking about, a lot of people don't think like that and like have those thoughts about collabing and working with people. Like you said, one year, like you support your homie and like he blows up, like eventually he's gonna help. That's gonna help you too in the long run. Like you just supporting him, like you eventually you both gonna eat. Like you're gonna help each other out. One person blows up, he's like you said, you're gonna meet people, you're gonna recommend people to each other just from one person blowing up, and then it helps everybody.
It helps everybody. It's like it goes back to that being patient. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, I could easily be like, Brian, yo, do me this favor. Yo, Kim, do me this favor. But it's not even about that. It's like, bro, let them do what they do. And when the time comes, you know, I'll have my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not out here thirsty because they, you know, blowing up and got all these followers and got all this attention. It's like, that's them. They doing their thing, and I'm supporting them. You know, like I said, they know what's up. Like, we bros, bro. We understand each other. We understand. And they know that we up next too. Like we all understand. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm up right now, but Cam coming next, Buggy coming next, Jordan coming. Everybody's coming next. Like we all like we in the same circle, so it's like okay, everybody's gotta win. You know what I'm saying? We all support each other, and we all from the same place. Like we all went to school together, bro. So it's like, you know, everything is gonna come in due time. So
yeah, you got a cool group of people around you in that fact that like people like coming out of your school are all like doing something creative, and you guys can help each other out with that stuff. Like where I'm from, bro, not a lot of people be doing anything creative, and it's so lame. Like you just no one's doing anything. It's so hard. Like you just like I was going back to, you know, just like collaborate people, having a supportive group around you. Like I don't have none of that because no one wants to do anything, and everyone out here thinks you're weird if you do shit like that.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my next question is like, what did Atlanta do for you? Atlanta's a very like creative city. That must have helped a ton.
Yeah, man. See, like I said, I'm from Carter. That's where I still live. So Cartersville is the same way as what you described. Like nobody wants to support nobody until they make it. Everybody's like that. I don't understand why, but it's like they'll see you grinding and they'll see you doing your thing, but they won't say anything until you post a picture with Trippy Red or something. You know what I'm saying? To show that you're doing what you're doing. Then it's like, oh my God, she's doing it. You know, but I go to Atlanta, it's like they be like, oh, I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a producer that's this hard that don't nobody know. Like so I love Atlanta for that because like also, you know, Atlanta has their people, but it's like they are accepting of up and coming people as well. They not going, you know, like I said, I'm not from Atlanta. You know, I don't know exactly how. I'm sure that they probably had the same type of issues, people not supporting. But I just know, you know, stepping outside of your city, stepping outside of your hometown.
It's definitely a creative hub though. Like even going to LA, like there's just more creative people there. Like, you know, like it's just people are more accessible to like work with, and it makes it easier.
Exactly, and it's like, and it helps that you know, because obviously when you grow up with everybody, you know, the first thing they say, like if you do something, oh, I know him, I went to high school with him, or oh, I dated him in high school.
Yeah.
This, like that's the first thing they think is like, oh, I know him, so I don't have to really support him because I already know him. But you go to LA, these guys don't know. Nobody knows each other. So yeah. It's like it's almost forced you to have to, you know, get to know each other and collab, you know, share ideas. Because like that's like I went, you know, I've been going in and out of Atlanta a lot, and that's how I've been able to build my name a little bit more. You know, I eventually want to bring. Like I've been to LA once, but it was that was experience. So I want to get out there and, you know, network some more and go to different areas and just put my name in different areas. You know,
yeah.
Just to get more ideas, you know, feed off each other's energy. Like it's a bunch of creatives out there, and it just helps, you know, to step outside of your comfort zone and get with people that you never met before, and collaborate that way too.
Yeah, for sure. So when I saw you tweeting about how you need to go out to LA for business. I was hunting to your tweets.
See, that's one of those moments where I'm just in my head thinking a lot. It's like, you know, I'm always trying to think ahead.
Yeah.
You know, figure out what would be best for me to, elevate. And that's one of the things, like, after like I said, I went to LA this time last year. It was like right when Corona.
Yeah.
I went for spring break. I went mainly just to
Got gas closing in
the feel
fast.
of
Get
it.
to the safe zone.
I was going to go to the studio and stuff. I had stuff lined up, but like I said, Corona had just
Copy, I'm on it.
peaked. And it's like, dang, like, we almost got stuck out there, honestly. But,
That's crazy. I
but
had a friend that
I didn't really get the experience that I wanted out there, but I did, like, see a lot. It was like, wow, it's another, like, people really are lit. Like,
Yeah.
from my hometown where I'm from, everybody's lit. Like, everybody do the same thing. So it's like, to get out there on the West Coast, that was my first time ever going out there. So it's like, to go out there and see that, like, everybody bossed up, everybody, chasing a dream, everybody doing something real motivating. So it's like, I want to be around that energy at all the time. So that's what I do. I feed off energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be in there motivating me to keep going. Because, like, wow, like, even a normal person out here is just grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even getting to it. Like, their normal is way above our normal over here.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let me get in this circle of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hustlers, people who working hard, And that's why I said I got to get back out there. Because, like, that's the vibe that I need that I feel like I need to keep me pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, here in my city right now, like, I don't go nowhere. I sit here in the studio. I don't go nowhere. I don't hang out. Because nobody's on the same mindset I'm on. Nobody has the same work ethic. Nobody's trying to be better. Like, I know it's people trying to be better, but they don't understand, the seriousness of what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to make it out. Like, that's my biggest thing. I'm trying to make it out in my city for real. Like, not just say it. I'm trying to really make it out. So it's like, I don't have time to be sitting around hanging out, doing, but I don't got time for that. Because, like, I'm trying to work. Like, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to make sure I stay in a good headspace and not get sidetracked. So that's why I said I gotta get back out there, to LA, to other shit, Miami, like good city with good high energy like that. I want to be around it, and not just be there. I'm not trying to go there just to go. Like, I want to go and actually get some work in, like network, exchange numbers, work, collaborate. That's what I want to do, is actually put work in when I go.
Yeah, facts. When you went out there, did you know someone out there? You were just going out there to, change up the scenery and do some shit up, work on yourself out there? Or did you go linking up with people?
I had one person that I knew that had a studio out there that I was going to try to link up with, but that didn't work out. So I was just out there, just trying to get some jobs. Just see something different for once than Cartersville, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to get out of Cartersville and really get out of. Because at that time I was in Carrollton. Like, I was in school, so that was even worse because, like, the school was the only thing in that city. So I was like, I didn't even want to be there anyway. So I was like, bro, I just gotta get out. I gotta get out and see something different for a second. And when I went, like I said, it changed my perspective on life forever. Like, I seen something that I wouldn't, that you would see on TV, stuff you see on TV type stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, now I realize it's not just on TV. This is a reality. People really live.
You'll make it. Just hang on.
And we can too. Everybody can do that if you change your mindset. Change your circle. Get around people who want to be in that level.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's gonna happen. Like, there's no way it won't.
Yeah, for sure. Who's the craziest person you linked up with?
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom.
Craziest person I linked up.
Or your favorite, whatever you want to go by. Favorite person you worked with, or craziest.
So far, the craziest thing was the Jagged Edge situation. I had linked up with them, and like I said, they're an older group. Like, they came out when I was like, I wasn't even alive. I wasn't born. They came out.
Yeah, no, I was looking on.
So
They're
it's like,
fucking
but
old.
it's crazy the way, I've heard of them music before, but I didn't know who they were. So like I said, they old 20-something years older than me. So it's like, the way that my family reacted, people reacted to it, like, oh my God, like, you were with them. I'm like, I'm still trying to figure, like, bro, who are these guys? Like, why y'all, But then I did my research, and it's like, oh, that's why, they, signed it to Main Decree, and, they had they went they multi-platinum
Relocate.
recording artists, and they was big in their era. Like they was like the biggest R&B, like they're real legends. So it's like when I look back at it now, I was in the studio with a legendary R&B.
Where are you making beats for them, or what was? Why were you with them?
We did a song. We did a song together. And it's like, dang, I just did a song with some guys that was hot when I was not even alive.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like to think about that is like, you know, I try to not think about it too much because, you know, I still want to make sure that I remain focused. But at the same time, it's like, wow, like I'm really doing it now. Like I'm actually doing it now. So it's like I just gotta wait for the results to, you know, show.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like, yeah, that's gotta be good though. Like you feel good at least that you're, you know, it's gotta feel like you're making the right steps.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like that was definitely reassuring. Like I said, a few days before that, you know how we always do. We get in our head too much and think like, oh, are we doing the right thing? Am I even on the right track? Blah blah blah. And then boom, out of nowhere, you know, I got that opportunity, and it made me realize, man, I'm doing the right thing. I just gotta keep being patient. That's all I gotta do is be patient. Like I'm already in the right, you know, circle. I'm in the right. You know, I'm doing the right things. I'm doing everything I need to be doing. I just gotta literally at this point. Like I said, it's cliche to say. Like I said, I say it all the time, but I don't realize it until I, you know, situation like that where I get a call and to come to the studio. Like, you got to be patient. Like, just because you're not getting calls every day don't mean nothing is working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain moments that you know you got to thrive in. It's like if I wasn't prepared, I would have lost that. You know, and it's like that's what made me realize. Okay, I got to be patient and just make sure I work. And make sure my beats are up to par, make sure my product, you know. So when I do get the call
for fire.
I'll get another call again another time because I made it impressive. You know,
yeah,
I made sure that I was professional and that I made sure that I had everything up to par and ready to go. So, you know, I don't miss no opportunity. So like, at this point, that's what I've been focusing on is, you know, making sure all my beats are ready. So if I do get the call from Drake, I know what to do. I'm not going to go in there starstruck, and I'm not going to go in there scared. I'm going to go in there with confidence because I know I prepared for it.
Yeah,
I've been working on it every day, so it's like, you know, because people was asking me, like, oh, how was the Jagged fight? How was that session? And I'm like, bro, it was normal because this is what I do. I've been working hard for this, like, you know, since I was 18. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and be starstruck. Like, yeah, they might be famous and this, and that, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm here to make music. I'm not here to be fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what I'm here for. I'm here to make music.
Yeah, you got a good head on your shoulders for sure.
He said, yeah, man. I ain't always, it's crazy, like, I haven't always thought like that. It's like, I had to dig deep, bro. Like, I had to understand, I had to start researching, start really finding, like, who I am, what I like to do, you know. And that's what I advise anybody watching this, like, you know, you gotta really dig deep into yourself, your own intuition, and feel like, you gotta really feel yourself, like, feel what you really like to do, you know. And then once you figure that out, it's gonna be easy to switch your mindset. And once you start focusing on that, like what you want to do, you know, nothing else will matter. Like you just gonna always focus on that. It's gonna help you just, you know, then you start attracting, you know, the right people around you, and you'll be able to pick and choose like who you want your circle to be, you know. Cause like I said, when I look back on everything, it's like wow, like all I did was just focus on one thing. I focused on something I was good at, and something I like doing, and it one thing led to another. You know, just the passion and the hard work, you know. And just the urges to keep getting better is going to lead you to the right places. It's going to develop, your mindset will develop as you just keep learning and just going through certain situations.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. I think you kind of broke it down with that statement too. You said on Twitter that you want to go multi-platinum this year. What's your plan to do that? Kind of, I guess, with what you just said, you know, be patient, be ready for when opportunities come.
That's really all I can do. Like, that's one thing, you know, that's one thing I've realized about this stuff. Like, anything you do, even with your podcast that you're doing, is like, you can only control what you can control. Like, I can't control when I go platinum. I can't control how I go platinum. But what I can do is put myself in alignment to do that. You know, put yourself in alignment to succeed, to reach your goals. You know, that's what's going to help you reach it. So like I said, we really don't know what's going to happen. but it's like I have the vision in my head, so I believe it. You know, I know it's going to happen eventually, but I don't know how. But I do know what I can do is, you know, make sure the little things, make sure I'm making beats, make sure my sound is, you know, up to par, make sure, you know, my business is in order, so that when the time comes, it's like I don't have to skip a beat. Like I know that this is what it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, you ready? For sure.
So it's like that's the main thing I have to start realizing. Like, yeah, I want to go multi-platinum. Do I know how I'm gonna do it? Not honestly, I really don't know exactly how, but I do know what I can do.
You know what you're capable
build my
of.
network, get around the right people, and that's going, you know, that's just going to increase the chance. You know, and like I said, it goes to manifesting, but manifesting is work.
Facts.
You know, that's a big part, like you said earlier. Like you can sit there and manifest and meditate all day, but if you ain't putting the work in, then
What's next?
You know, you working backwards, honestly.
Yeah. For sure.
So
you got besides the fact that you said you wanted to be a little bit more organic and just like solely work with Cam, but if you had, besides that, if you had a dream collab that you could work with any artist, who you working with?
I actually got a couple of them. Like, obviously, like I said, I was talking about Drake earlier. I don't want people to misunderstand me. Like, Drake is like one of my favorite artists, so obviously I want to work with him. Like, that would be a dream come true, because, like, obviously that would be life-changing. Drake, you know, Young Thug is a big one, you know. I just like his versatility, you know, because he can really rap on anything. And I can tell if I work with him, he gonna let me be me. Like, he ain't gonna be like, oh, play me this type of beat, because he rap on everything. So it's like I can come in there and put him on my style, and he'll go crazy on me. So really, Young Thug, Drake, and that's pretty much like the biggest ones. You know, anybody else also, you know, whoever falls in line with that. You know, working with any artist, that's how I look at it. Like, really working with anybody who's big, and anybody who, you know, care enough to work with me. You know, that's a good thing to show.
Facts.
So it's like really not really too specific with it, like, cause I don't know who the first person gonna be that I work with. So it's like I said, if they had to be anybody, it would be Drake. Like that, though.
Word. I'll put you on an artist. He's the first kid that ever came on the podcast. His name's Lonely Sev. He's done a little bit of stuff with Internet Money. That kid, he's gonna do big things. I'll look him up on SoundCloud and
What's
stuff.
his name? Only Sev, you said?
Lonely Sev. He's from Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look into. See, now that's one thing too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm focused on working with Cam a lot too. But like, I also am looking for other artists that, like, that's the cheat code. Like, what people don't realize, having certain artists like Internet Money, as you speak of them, I watch how they did with Juice WRLD and how they did with Ian Dior and all these other artists. It's like they find them before they blow and blow with them. Like, that's the cheat code. So it's like I'm looking for artists.
Bro, I'm telling you,
ready to work.
I don't know him personally, but like he hit me up on Instagram. We were doing some things. He wanted some promo on TikTok, and I just did it for him for free and shit, because he seemed like a cool kid and stuff. And he came on the podcast because he was chill about that and stuff. But from the outside looking in, it looks like he's got a good work ethic, and like I rock with his music. His music's dope, and like he's growing pretty fast too. Like he's gotten like 400 followers in like a couple months or a month or two. Like he's doing his thing. Check him out for sure.
Oh, I'm definitely going. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Like I said, I be looking for artists all the time. It's like I just don't see. My problem is this. I don't know how in the heck Internet Money keep finding all these guys, because I swear I'll go on SoundCloud and try to find. It's like I don't know where they're looking. Like, I don't even know where to look. Like, most of the time the artists be coming to me. Like, people come to me, be like, oh, I got this beat off YouTube, or like, oh, I heard your beats here. And that's how I connect. But it's like, I want to be the one find the artist before everybody else do. You know, kind of how with Cam is like, me and Cam been working before everybody else even knew. It's like, I'm trying to do that too. So it's like, I'm trying to figure out, how do y'all be finding these guys?
Yeah, I kind of got an idea, but at the same time, there's so many people in Internet Money that like, and like you said, they're just in the scene, they're in the industry, and they're networking. Their circle's so big, and like you know, they got platforms and stuff, so people are sending them music and like stuff like that. Like no one, people are probably sending you music, but not like on the same level as them, right? Like,
Yeah.
like No Jumper, he does his like live streams where people pay Adam 22 to play their music and stuff, and they find a lot of artists that way too. Like, and they're coming to them paying money to get their songs played and stuff. But like, you don't got that like Adam 22 clout yet.
Exactly.
That people are like, oh, I need like the cosign from Adam 22, right? Eventually it'll come, but yeah. But we've been
that's the one thing too, like you said, like that's one thing too, is like I be trying to find like artists who not too big headed, you know, and not, you know, because obviously the easy way out is to go get some Nick Mira and Taz Taylor beats, or Take Keith and Jetson Made, and the people who already own and multi-platinum. Of course, that's, I mean, if any, I wouldn't tell an artist not to do that, because obviously that's gonna help you. It's like, I want to build from scratch. I want to be the one that they trying to come, you know. That's why I said with Cam, that's why I feel like right now Cam, the way that we work, that's how it's gonna be, because he believed in me before anybody else even seen that. I like when I was making trash beats, he was rapping on still, and when he was trash, I was still working with him. Yeah. So it's like, now that we've grown into what we're growing into, we're building a sound, like, and people are starting to recognize it a little bit. But it's like, that's how I want to do with everybody I work with. Like, I don't want, you know, obviously I want Cam, but I want other artists too. Like, I want to build with other artists, but most of them have the big head.
Yeah, facts.
Like, oh, I'm already this, and it's like, bro, I can't rock with that. So that's another reason why it's kind of hard for me. Cause you know, people be sitting here, be like, "Oh, check out my music. I'm the hardest upcoming artist from." So and it's like, bro.
Yeah, it goes back to your circle, bro, and having good people.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, calm down, bro. Like, even if you are the hardest, bro, like, you don't know me, I don't know you. So that's kind of arrogant at that point. Like, you gotta let people come to you, bro. Like, don't come to me like that. You know, I'm not coming to you like that. Like, oh, I'm the hardest producer. Like, I don't do that. I just let everything flow. You know, apply myself where I need to apply myself. But, you know, like I said, I don't like working with people who got the big head. Like, I don't have the big head. I understand. Like, I know I make hard beats. I make very hard beats, but I also understand there's other people that make hard beats too. So it's like, you know, I believe in myself. I'm confident, but at the same time, I'm not cocky. I'm not arrogant.
Yeah.
I'm open to work with anybody who's willing to work as hard as I am. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you got one follower or a million. I don't care. It's like, if we can make good music, that's all that matters. For
sure. Well, we've been going for almost an hour. So I got a couple rapid fire questions. They're just fun questions. They just answer them off as fast as you can off the top of your head, and then we'll wrap her up.
Okay.
What's your go-to candy bar, chocolate bar?
Reese's.
Facts. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Apple. Celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. What's her name? Keke Palmer.
You put the ketchup on the fries or beside the fries?
Beside.
Facts. Go-to fast food?
Wendy's.
Favorite superhero?
Iron Man. Probably Iron Man.
Where is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I couldn't see it.
Boy says nah. All right. If you want to plug any of your stuff, go ahead. BuggyBeats, you got the merch line. You making beats. If you want to plug anything, give her.
Yeah, man. I'm working on. I got the merch. It's pretty much done. I'm just waiting on the demos to come in to make sure everything looks good before I actually, you know, announce that it's done. But I mean, it's pretty much up though. Yeah. If anybody want to get it, BuggyBeats.com. BuggyBeats.com. You can buy beats there and get merch. So you know, if you want to support, I'd greatly appreciate it. So.
Facts. That's what's up. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming on. Peace.
Appreciate you, Brad.
A lot of niggas talking, they ain't really body. Better watch what you say. Ain't got no time for the games, don't play. Niggas say they want it, they ain't doing what it take. Little nigga, you in the way. Yeah. Got a shawty calling me on FaceTime. Little baby, you know that I'm racing to you. Put your love in my hands. Baby, you know I won't do you like that.